What makes a car immortal? Is it the stunts, the design, or something deeper that connects with millions of people across generations? Some vehicles become so legendary that they're worth more than supercars, so famous that replicas sell for hundreds of thousands. Today, we're diving into the 13 most iconic movie cars ever built. Get ready for some serious automotive cinema magic. Number 13. 1977 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am, Smokey and the Bandit. Picture this: a jet black Trans Am with a golden phoenix screaming across the hood, outrunning every cop in the South. Burt Reynolds made this car an absolute legend. The Bandit's Trans Am wasn't just fast, it was untouchable. Pontiac provided for cars for filming, and only one survived. That promotional car sold at auction for $550,000. But here's the insane part. After the movie dropped, Trans Am sales absolutely exploded, jumping from 68,000 units in 1977 to over 187,000 by 1979. Director Hal Needham did all the stunts himself, and this bad boy became the last great American muscle car of the 70s. Pure outlaw energy on four wheels. Number 12. 1961 Ferrari 250 GT California Spider. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. If you have the means, I highly recommend picking one up. Cameron's dad's prized Ferrari wasn't just a car, it was a character representing everything Cameron feared about disappointing his father. The production used 3 replicas built by Modena Design because real 250 GTs were already worth millions. One of those replicas sold at auction in 2020 for $360,000. Today, a real 250 GT California Spider fetches over $70 million at auction. The most iconic scene: the odometer spinning backwards in reverse, and then the car flying out of the glass garage in slow motion. This movie made an entire generation dream about playing hooky in the most expensive way possible. It's not the car, it's the freedom it represents. Number 11. 1980 to Pontiac Firebird Trans Am Kit, Knight Rider. A sleek black Trans Am with a glowing red scanner and artificial intelligence that could talk back. Kit wasn't just a car, it was Michael Knight's partner. The original car cost $100,000 to build back in 1982. Which is over $300,000 in today's money. Here's the crazy part. Pontiac gave the production team these cars for $1 each after a train derailment made them legally unsellable. About 23 to 25 KITTs were built for the series. The scanner light was inspired by the Cylons from Battlestar Galactica, created by the same guy, Glenn Larson. One kit sold at auction for nearly $1 million. 5 original cars survived, with one appearing on Jay Leno's Garage and another at Universal Studios. This talking Trans Am basically saved Pontiac and became every kid's dream car in the 80s. Number 10. 1963 Volkswagen Beetle Herbie. The Love Bug, a white Volkswagen Beetle with red and blue racing stripes and the number 53. But Herbie wasn't just a car. He had a mind, a personality, and a heart. Disney used 21 Beetles for the original series and sequels. Only 3 survived. One badly damaged car was fully restored and now lives at the AACA Museum in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Herbie was revolutionary because it was the first time a car became an actual character with emotions and decision-making abilities. Kids who didn't care about cars suddenly fell in love with this little Beetle. The movie made the Volkswagen Bug cool in America and created a franchise that lasted decades. Herbie proved you didn't need horsepower to steal the show. You just needed personality and a big heart. Number 9. 1958 Plymouth Fury Christine. Christine. What if your car was possessed? What if it could repair itself, hunt you down, and kill anyone who tried to harm it? That's Christine. Stephen King's demonic 1958 Plymouth Fury in blood red. Over 20 cars were used during filming, a mix of Furies, Belvederes, and Savoys, all painted to look identical. Most were destroyed for those terrifying regeneration scenes. They used explosives and filmed in reverse to create the effect. Bill Gibson bought one of the original movie cars when he was just 19 years old. He restored it completely and still owns it today. The 1958 Fury wasn't particularly special before this movie. After Christine, it became one of the most sought-after classic cars, with prices jumping dramatically. This movie proved that sometimes the scariest monster has 4 wheels and a V8 engine. Number 8. 1970 Ford Dodge Monaco Bluesmobile. The Blues Brothers. It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes, it's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it! The Bluesmobile was a decommissioned Mount Prospect police car, a beaten-up Dodge Monaco with a massive speaker on the roof. This movie holds the record for most cars destroyed in a single film at the time. 60 Dodge Monacos were absolutely obliterated during production. The mall chase alone destroyed countless vehicles and 60 meters of real storefronts. Here's the problem. Almost none of the original Bluesmobiles survived. Occasionally one pops up at a car show claiming to be screen used, but verification is nearly impossible. The real Bluesmobile has become a ghost, a legend that may be lost to film history. But what a way to go out! Crashing through shopping malls and jumping drawbridges with the police of 3 states chasing you. Jake and Elwood made a cop car cool. Number 7. 1959 Cadillac Miller Meteor Ecto 1. Ghostbusters. Who you gonna call? You need a car that can haul ghost traps, proton packs, and for scientists through New York City. The Ecto 1 started life as a 1959 Cadillac Miller Meteor Ambulance/hearse combo. In the movie, Ray Stantz bought it for $4,800. Only 400 of these Miller Meteors were ever produced, making it incredibly rare. The original Ecto 1 was restored by Sony and sits in front of their Ghost Corps building in Los Angeles. But here's the wild story. During Ghostbusters 2, the car actually died on the Brooklyn Bridge, causing a massive traffic jam. The NYPD fined the production heavily. Designer Stephen Dane created everything in just 2 weeks: the car, the proton packs, the traps, everything. His credit: hardware consultant with his name spelled wrong. Today replicas rent for $6,500 a day. That's one expensive ghost hunt. This car is instantly recognizable across for decades. Number 6. 1973 Ford Falcon XB GT The Interceptor. Mad Max, the last of the V8 Interceptors. A piece of history. In a dystopian wasteland where gasoline is worth more than gold, Max Rokitansky's black Ford Falcon XB Coupe became the ultimate symbol of survival. That massive supercharger sticking out of the hood. Purely cosmetic in the original film, but absolutely iconic. The Pursuit Special defined post-apocalyptic vehicle design for generations. The original car was heavily modified and actually appeared in Mad Max Fury Road in 2015, over 30 years later. The Falcon XB wasn't a common car outside Australia, but Mad Max made it legendary worldwide. Replicas are built constantly by fans trying to capture that raw, brutal aesthetic. This wasn't a flashy sports car or a high-tech gadget mobile. This was pure survival, pure power, pure fury on wheels. The Road Warrior's weapon of choice and the car that launched a franchise. Number 5. 1969 Dodge Charger General Lee, the Dukes of Hazzard. Bright orange. Confederate flag on the roof. The number 01 on the doors. And a horn that played Dixie. The General Lee is probably the most recognized TV car in history, and definitely the most destroyed. Over 325 Dodge Chargers were absolutely demolished during the show's run. They used more than one car per episode. Mechanics would stuff 500 to 1,000 pounds of sandbags in the trunk just to keep the car from flipping nose first during those legendary jumps. Today, only 17 to 20 original General Lees still exist. The most famous one, Lee 1, sold to golfer Bubba Watson in 2012 for $110,000. Some replicas have sold for over $250,000. This car didn't just jump, it flew into legend. The General Lee made every kid want to slide across the hood and drive with the windows down. Pure Southern rebellion on wheels. Number 4. 1968 Ford Mustang GT 390 Fastback, Bullet. Highland Green, Fastback, Steve McQueen behind the wheel tearing through San Francisco in the greatest car chase ever filmed. This Mustang didn't just appear in a movie. It revolutionized action cinema forever. The original hero car vanished for 40 years, hidden in a Kentucky barn. Robert Kiernan bought it in 1974 for $3,500. Steve McQueen himself wrote Kiernan a letter in 1977, begging to buy it back. Kiernan refused. The car stayed hidden until 2018 when it finally resurfaced. In January 2020, it sold at auction for $3.7 million, making it the most expensive Mustang ever sold. The car is 98% original, still wearing the same paint, the same Bondo on the doors from filming, the custom exhaust from the movie. It was even used as a daily driver for 6 years. This Mustang is pure Hollywood history. Ford has released 3 special Bullet Edition Mustangs because of this car's legacy. Number 3. 1981 DeLorean DMC-12. Back to the future. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious stuff. The DeLorean DMC-12, with its stainless steel body and gull-wing doors, became the most famous time machine ever created. 6 DeLoreans plus 1 fiberglass replica were used across the trilogy. Only 3 survived. The hero car, the car with all the gadgets, has been on permanent display at the Peterson Automotive Museum in Los Angeles since 2016. In 2021, it was named to the National Historic Vehicle Register. One of the cars used in Part 3 sold in 2011 for $541,000. Here's the wild backstory. The time machine was originally going to be a refrigerator. Director Robert Zemeckis changed it to a DeLorean because company founder John DeLorean was on trial for cocaine trafficking and making headlines daily. About 6,500 DeLoreans still exist on roads today. This car saved the DeLorean legacy from total failure and became a symbol of the 80s. Number 2. 1966 Batmobile. Batman TV series. This is where it all started. The most iconic superhero car ever created. George Barris had 15 days and a $15,000 budget to build the Batmobile. Impossible, right? Wrong. He took a 1955 Lincoln Futura concept car that Ford had sold him for $1 and transformed it into pure Gotham City magic. The original Batmobile sold at Barrett-Jackson in 2013 for $4.6 million to Arizona collector Rick Champagne. Barris built 3 fiberglass replicas on Ford Galaxy chassis for promotional tour. One of those replicas just sold in January 2025 for $495,000. The car was originally going to be black, but they painted it white with red stripes so it would show up better in night scenes. The engine kept overheating and the battery kept dying, so they replaced it with a Ford Galaxy engine mid-season. This car defined superhero vehicles forever. Every Batmobile since has tried to live up to this legend. Number 1. 1964 Aston Martin DB5. Goldfinger. Shaken, not stirred. And equipped with machine guns, an ejector seat, rotating license plates, tire slashers, and a bulletproof shield. The Aston Martin DB5 became James Bond's signature ride in Goldfinger and appeared in 8 Bond films. 4 special DB5 South were built with working gadgets. One sold at auction in 2019 for $6.4 million, making it one of the most expensive cars ever sold at auction. Sean Connery's personal DB5, without the gadgets, sold in 2022 for $2.4 million. Here's the mystery. The very first gadget car, chassis DP-16/1, was stolen in 1997 from Florida and has never been found. The DB5 made Aston Martin synonymous with sophistication and danger. After Goldfinger premiered, DB5 sales skyrocketed. Aston Martin even created 25 new Goldfinger continuation cars in 2020 with functioning gadgets, selling for over $3 million each. This is the car that defined cool. This is the car that made every man want to be James Bond. This is number 1. Which car on the list surprised you the most? Comment below, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos about cars that have made history in cinema.